A recent study found that 1 in 5 millennials provide financial support to their parents. Here with more on what you can do to help your family without putting your own finances at risk, Tyler Sato from Coast Capital Savings. Welcome back, Tyler. It's a great topic because a lot of people, especially in my age bracket and yours as well, our parents are late 60s into their 70s, and it's something that we should probably be considering talking about at least, yeah.
Absolutely. It's something that's coming up more and more as we see in the financial industry. Aging parents, even beyond the 70 range into the 80s and 90s, needing financial help as well as care help, right?
So everyone's circumstances are different, but is there a starting point? Is it having that initial conversation with your parents about what you can sort of expect over the next 10 years?
That's absolutely the starting point, is to figure out where we are at today. So if your parents, do they own their home? What kind of income are they getting from their pensions? Do they have a retirement savings? How much is in there? Asking these type of questions will give us a good starting point, and then we can actually start to make a plan to be able to help.
And if they do own their own home and own it outright, that would change things if they didn't. If they still had a mortgage to carry, if they still had debts going, that would vary things up quite a bit.
Absolutely. It's an asset, so it opens up some more options. So if they do need some financial assistance, one option that exists, of course, they could sell their home. They could move in with yourself, the children. Obviously, that's not going to work for everybody, but that does free up some cash. Another alternative is the kids could sell their home and move in with the parents and help them out financially, pay some rent.
Yeah.
Again, not going to work for everyone, but at least it does open up some options.
And part of the difficult conversations that people, should have, I guess, is that mom and dad might not want to leave that family home.
Right.
And for some, it gets to the point where safety becomes an issue.
Right. There's the safety factor as well as the financial part of it. And the big piece, I think, is the emotional impact that the parents, they've lived there for who knows how many years, they might not want to leave, and they want their independence. So I think it starts with a really honest conversation about everybody's finances to make sure that, is it possible to keep them in the home, or do we have to sell this, right? And if keeping them in the home is possible, maybe it's something that you have a conversation with family members or siblings to provide some financial support. Any gifts that you give your parents is a gift. There's no, they don't have to pay tax on it, so that part is nice. But it is an honest conversation to make sure it's financially possible.
Because beyond that, there's the care home option. And when it comes to that, there is a tremendous varying degree when it comes to how much that will cost. I mean, some can cost quite a bit on a monthly basis. Others do not, but there are different circumstances in that regard as well.
Absolutely. You have to have it's a tough decision to make. You have to have a really good conversation. They range from $2,000 to $6,000 per month.
Yeah.
It's a fair amount of money, and it's a good conversation to have. Prior to retirement, if people are in their late 50s, early 60s, hopefully leading up to retirement, they can look at long-term care insurance, because that will help pay for some or all of it when they do get to that stage. And if the parents do own their home and they need to go into care, at least then they can, a part of it can be paid for if you sell the home and use that towards their care.
That's a good thing to start talking about sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for coming in this morning, Tyler. To watch this segment again, have a look at our website, cdbmorninglive.ca.